Hello and welcome to Devotion to Writing, a channel devoted to helping you cultivate a daily writing practice and to realize that you are creative abundance. Today, I want to talk about praise and gratitude and how these energies can carry us beyond or through our writing blocks or our paralysis, right? They can actually help us move onto the page and continue to create what we want to create. To do this, to talk about praise and gratitude, I have to talk about their opposite energy, which is contraction. Now, the first thing, opposite isn't a negative in the sense of it's bad or it's wrong. It merely is. In fact, I think I know contraction is natural. It is necessary. It's part of the creative process. Everything begins in contraction. Contraction initiates birth, quite literally, the birth of form, a person, an animal, a plant, even the universe, the Big Bang, begins with contraction, with the drawing in before the release. In the Bible, it says, "In the beginning was the Word." But in order to utter a word, there must be an intake of breath. And a flower, before it can open, before it does open, before it flowers, is compressed into a tight little bud. And even, say, sprinters, before a race, they contract into the starting blocks. They recoil before they can explode into their sprint. So the same is true for creating. Before we express, we first compress. Before we express, we draw in. In writing or creating anything, we experience this contraction first. And we might call it apprehension or anxiety or nervousness, right? But these are just words, and they aren't anything. We just give it a word. And so pay attention to what you're calling this feeling that you have before you're going to create something, before you're going to begin anything new in your life. Pay attention to this thing that you're calling this energy of contraction, anxiety, nervousness, apprehension. It's just energy. So again, pay attention to what word you are giving to this feeling. The way that we refer to it is going to affect us, right? It affects our response. And if we're feeling that it is anxiety, over beginning something, then we might want to contract even more, right? We want, around this natural contraction, we contract even more. But remember that contraction is just the energy that propels us forward. There's no mistake in it. The mistake or the misperception that we often make is believing that the anxiousness or apprehension or excitement, again, the words we're putting on it, but it's just energy, that this energy is not natural. And around this sensation that we have of this gathering energy, we, and I include myself in this because I experience it frequently, we add negative thoughts. We negate the energy with more negation, with negative. So we say, I can't, I am not, I don't want, I can't write, I am not a writer, I am not talented, right? We say these things. Pay attention to the habit that you have of saying the negation, because the negative further contracts the contraction. It further clenches, it further draws into a fist this energy. And what happens is we draw back. We already have this gathering, right? There's energy, there's this thing that is going to fire out. But when we negate, we draw back, and it loses all that tension that is there to fire out. It contracts so far back that the energy is gone. So that energy that would propel us is now turned in on itself, and we've added contraction to contraction. So there can be no outward movement. There's no flow. There's no expression. Now all that energy has been directed inward in a way that isn't out. It's just swirling in. So we then can't give birth we are only contracting, contracting, contracting. So this is where, as creators, as writers, we can call in the energy of release, the energy that is outwardly directed. And this energy is found in praise and is found in gratitude. This is a supply of energy that is moving outward. It is positive expression. It is, again, positive, negative. I don't want to get into the judgment of one is good and one is bad. They simply are, right? So this is the positive energy. It's moving in other direction than the negation, which is moving in the opposite direction, right? So this is a positive expression, meaning it is an outward flow of our energy. Praise and gratitude, these are the energies of yes. They are the energy of I can. They are the energy of I am. This energy, these energies open us. I can write. I am this. Thank you. You are beautiful. You are wonderful. These ideas, these thoughts, these sensations, this language moves us forward. Language has this much power. Thought is a language. It's just internal. Has this much power. It can move our energy in one direction or another direction. So praise and gratitude, they have this energy of movement out, of the release, of the creative. So as a writer, as a creator, when you are feeling contracted, when you feel that clench like a fist, and you're seeing and you're feeling and you're being is this anxiety, if you call it that, or apprehension or excitement. Again, paying attention to what you call it. It's just an energy. But when you are at the beginning, when you are drawing in, even at the thought of starting a day, your new day, or a new painting, or a new project, or just sitting at the page and working on your project, right? Try praise. Try giving thanks first as that movement to move that energy. You can do this right on the page as a writing exercise. You can praise as a way to initiate your writing, as a way to initiate your day. Move that contracted energy, which is natural. It's not negative. Again, it is natural. And instead of contracting further into the habitual negation you may have formed around beginning, instead of contracting, praise, thank everything. So this is the prompt I want to give for you today, actually. I would like you to write on this if you want. Praise everything. The desk that you're writing on, the weather today, the season, the trees, the furniture, the rug on your feet, the breakfast you ate, the eggs, your partner, your spouse, your children, your shoelaces, your socks, your toes. Actually feel how each thing is here with you. The book, your journal, the pen in your hand, the chair you're sitting on. Feel how that supports you. Praise it all by using very specific qualities. So I'd like you to do this. Praise everything. You can pause the video now if you want. You could start writing on this and then come back when you're finished watching the video. But praise everything, using specifics about it. For example, about my house, I might say, I love that you keep us warm. I love how big your windows are, that you let the sunlight in. I love that I'm so comfortable in you that I can dream inside here. I can dream what I want. Thank you. Thank you. So that's the prompt. Praise everything. And as I said, you can write now if you want. Pause the video. Write for as long as you can. And when you're done, come back, finish the video, or if you'd prefer, watch right now to the end and then write. But do try this simple but really beautiful exercise to move this energy out from contraction to expression. Contraction to expression. Open, open, open. Writing is opening. Creating is opening. It is the exhale. Opening, opening. Remember, to birth, there is natural contraction. To give birth, there is naturally contraction. There's a clenching, a grip, a tightening that precedes the release, the created. So don't get stuck here. Don't get stuck in the clench, in the tightening. Don't mistake this. Don't misconceive this, right? By negating it further, by saying, I can't, I don't want, I am not. So that movement that you might feel as a clench, as a tightening, that contraction, is just the preparation itself, the gathering of all potential, of all possibility. It is the pregnancy that is pregnant with all. You move that energy outward, let there be, and then there is. You are creating, as creation, a beginning. You are the channel through which worlds are born. But you block this energy by negating it. We all do it. We block it with thought and in action. So don't turn that energy in. Use praise. Use gratitude. Practice this every day if you want. I have done thank you for as a writing prompt to start my daily writing hundreds of times. It's a really wonderful way to get that energy flowing, especially if we're feeling that anxiousness at starting something. Praise. Be grateful. And in doing this every day, or many days, routinely, right, you'll cultivate the habit of working with this contraction energy and feeling it, and as the gathering of all potential, as a gift which you get to deliver through what you create. It is simple. Just keep the energy moving, release and write, paint, dance, sing, move it outward, praise, thank, don't negate, praise, thank you. You will be filled with more. You will be, because you are this. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it helps you write. That is the purpose of this channel, really, to help you cultivate a daily writing or creative practice. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Also, check out devotiontowriting.com. That's my website. You can find out about workshops and retreats that I'm doing, some online, some in person, and then these retreats that I lead a few times a year to Italy and Portugal and really wonderful places. So please check that out. Also follow Devotion to Writing on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you very much. I hope you write deeply today. I know that you'll write beautifully. Blessings.